Hello, my name's Hannah. I am the phonics lead at Manor Primary. Today I'm just going to talk to you about our phonics scheme, our new phonics scheme, which we're about to introduce in January 2022, and how excited we are about this. So here we go. So the outcomes of today's presentation are to find out about phonics across the curriculum and to understand phonics delivery at Manor Green, and to view the synthetic phonics scheme used across the school from January 2022. Okay, so phonics across the curriculum. Phonics is taught in short bursts daily in all classes. The activities range from sound awareness activities right up to spelling, depending on the child's level of learning. Children use phonics in all areas of the curriculum. So they'll be using it in their writing, they'll be using it in science to spell words. Throughout the curriculum daily, it's always used for their writing, spelling, reading, everything they do. Communication, phonics underpins it. And bumps into phonics are visible in every class. So you'll have your phonics frieze up in the class, you'll see letter sounds, you'll see lots of symbols, you'll see books, there'll be musical instruments, intense interaction. Throughout the curriculum, phonics is there. So phonics delivery. In early years and Key Stage 1, so these are the Little Acorns, Lilac, Maple and Oak class, phonics is taught through songs mainly and multi-sensory activities with a focus on outdoor learning. So you've got some examples here. You've got some singing, some songs, that's the early Phase 1 sound awareness. You've got some sensory trays outside where the children are focusing on the digraph and some objects as well, again to enhance that learning. Some single sounds. And then you've got the iPad where they're using Nearpod to match sounds to objects, beginning with that sound. Phonics delivery in the additional needs classes, so Magnolia, Elm, Cherry, Willow, Juniper, Ash and Hazel. The children will be working predominantly on sound awareness activities, including attention autism, interactive music and intensive interaction. And some children will be learning their letter sounds and reading simple words and books. The aim, obviously, throughout the school is to get the majority of the children to be able to be world-ready readers. That will be through all the early sound awareness activities right up to blending, segmenting sounds to be able to read words. That's our aim, to get all children world-ready readers. So, phonics delivery in upper school. In upper school, so that's mulberry, holly, beech, larch, pine, rowan and cedar, children are placed in streamed phonics groups and focus group work is delivered. We've made the decision to stream the children just where they find it easier to move around through classes, and so that we can really deliver that focused phonics to that big group of children, which is then broken down into small groups. So here's some of the activities they're doing. So the first one, you can see the child has the word and they're trying to match the letters to each word. So the word is squid, so they've got the letters and then they've got the magnetic letters to match. So you're doing all around the matches, they're starting to learn the letters and learn the sounds. The next clip, you've got a child using his phonics, using his letter awareness to label pictures within maths, I think it is. Second one, you've got I Spy. So again, trying to read the words, trying to blend the sounds to be able to match to the picture in the sheet on the sheet. And the next one, you've got the child using a word grid to help them to write words and think about what is happening in a story and to use their comprehension and again use their phonics to spell words. So, phonics scheme. Our phonics scheme from January 2020 is going to be Rocket Phonics. So this has a reading scheme that goes with it, Rising Stars Reading Planet, and again works through the stages of reading, and all the books are colour banded so you can see instantly where the child is and where they're going. It comes with flashcards, letter formation sheets, so you can be practicing the handwriting, because obviously that's really important alongside phonics, is to be able to practice your letter formation and handwriting too, to be able to write those sounds and use them in your work. And it also gives you a nice colourful sound mat so that when children are doing their written work, they can use that as a support to be able to show them how to form the letter and as well reminding them of the sounds. So the phonics scheme, it has a big interactive online teaching books. These we'll get them up on our whiteboard. You can put them on iPads, we can put them onto laptops, and it focuses on the sound you're teaching that week. So here, this one is around the sound so we'll be doing lots of work on that. So this is included lots in the story, and it's interactive, so you are able to underline the words. So you could basically go through and say to children, okay, can we pick out all the sounds, underline them with the online pen. You've also got letter posters to display in the classroom, so you can really show children what you're focusing on and repeat it daily. Phonics is best taught daily and referred to as much as you can throughout the curriculum, because all that repetition is the key to learning those sounds and being fluent in them. Then once you've done the phonics, but you have also got these target practice books. These are non-fiction and fiction, and these are important to kind of assess where the child's at. So you will know already from doing your teacher assessment where the child sits in their phonics. Then these books talk about what sounds are in the book, and they kind of act as an assessment to see where the child's at before you take them then onto the relevant decodable book, which we'll look at again in a minute. The child needs to know all the sounds in this book, the target books, then be able to practice to get the relevant decodable book, which will then be sent home as part and will form their book for their one-to-one reading in school and at home, the homeschool reading. So the one-to-one focused reading books are matched, we say banded, the term is banded, to the child's phonics knowledge. So again, you've got different colour books, and it tells you the sounds that are in that book. So the pink A has these sounds in, so like s, at, I, p, n. Those sounds are in that book, so you can see which book your child should be working on. And as you can see, children will remain on a certain colour book for a while. So it takes quite a long period of time to make sure they're really fluent in that book, in the comprehension as well, and those letter sounds, because children should not be given a book that has sounds and they don't already know. They should be fluent in the sounds, so that it's like practice and repetition, so over practice, so they're really, really, really fluent in those sounds to be able to apply them across reading words they're unfamiliar with as well. So examples of how we would teach phonics alongside the resources over a week. We would start off with the big book, the big story, and then we would introduce the flashcards as well, so like quick firing, so to make sure the children are learning the sounds. We would have one sound a week, but then the next week we'd recap on the previous sound and then add another sound. So you're always going back and repeating the sounds, so you're consolidating the learning throughout. Then you would have a day where you'd focus on the letter formation. It wouldn't necessarily just be on a worksheet like this. It could be sensory through like using sand, using whiteboards, using iPads, like blended learning, a whole approach to making that letter formation as well, making it meaningful and appropriate for that child. Then you would go towards the target practice reading book, so where you're then using the sound you're learning in a greater context in a book and use it in sentences. Then again, you're applying that sound you're learning. So that would kind of be how you would be used. That could be an example of how we would use it at Manor Green. But again, remembering it's very interactive, very personalised as well to that child. It's important to note as well, the phonics, Rocket Phonics scheme is for children who are learning letter sounds. All the pre-phonics, all the bits before they're learning letter sounds, all the sound awareness we call it, will still be happening, but doesn't happen in this scheme because the children, they're not actually ready for that. That will be in the next YouTube video I'm doing. You will see all around the sound awareness, all the stuff that comes before this. That's what you'll see. Again, so another way you could deliver it, again, as I was saying, is through the letter formation. So you have the pupil practice booklet, which is here. You can have air writing on in big scale is always good as well, and applying it to the wider curriculum. So that's again like reading, looking at the sound in different contexts too. So why have we decided to choose a new phonics scheme? Well, the phonics scheme that we've chosen, Rocket Phonics, is age appropriate across both Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2. So it's one consistent scheme which we can use across the school, which is best practice. It uses books as well that are banded by colour and linked to the phonic sounds. So again, it's good practice to be using books like this, and it's easy for teachers to see where the children are going and to keep a real close track on the child's phonological awareness and knowledge. And the books easily match the children's individual phonics level. The scheme is sequential, so you work up through the sounds as the sounds are taught, so they get harder as you work through the books. It comes with a range of resources that can be displayed in every classroom and used to support teachers. It's already given to us, so we can ensure again consistency across the school. So what will be used in early years when the children are using this scheme will be the same in year 6, so they should be really, really fluent by the time they leave us in year 6. Obviously this supports phonics and reading mastery. There's continuity across the school, which I've already discussed, and Rocket Phonics scheme is recognised and a suggested scheme by the DFE. So for more information on Rocket Phonics, please follow the YouTube link below. That will give you a guide. It's been spoken about through Abigail Steele, who's the creator of Rocket Phonics. She'll just tell you all the resources there and how it's used. Obviously, there'll be more information on this scheme, but today is really just to give you a bit of information about what we're using from January 2022 and how it will be used to support phonics across the school. So again, if you want to support your child at home with phonics, which is greatly appreciated, the school website does contain link to phonics homework and resources to help your child. And if you do want any more information or any more work to support phonics, please speak to your child's class teacher and they can point you in the right direction and give you any support or advice you may need. So thanks for watching today, and I hope it's been useful. Thank you very much.